If your first home scheme application is approved, follow these steps. Hire a conveyancer. This is a solicitor who can help you with the purchase. Apply for your mortgage. Make sure your conveyancer follow any local council instructions. Complete any legal documents the local council send you. After you got the mortgage offer and agreed a contract with the developer, your conveyancer will ask the local council if you can exchange contracts. The local council will check the conveyancer request to make sure it's legal and tell you when they have decided. Find a conveyancer. This can be either a conveyancing solicitor or a licensed conveyancer. You can find it conveyancer solicitor on the Law Society website or find a licensed conveyancer on the Council for Licensed Conveyancer website. The link is here. Exchange of contracts. You need to pay your deposit at the same time as exchange contracts with the developer. After you do this, you are legally committed to buy home. When you have exchange contracts, the developer set the completion date. This is the date when the home will be ready for you to move in. Completing the purchase. On the completion date, your conveyancer transfer the money from your mortgage to the developer. You get the keys and can move in. You can only sell the property to someone who is eligible to buy first home. You must give them the same percentage of discount that you got based on the market value at the time of sale. This is I have explained earlier. At the time of sale, you need to do revaluation of the property, and based on the new valuation at the time of sale, you need to give the exact percentage of discount what you have got initially. Letting the property. You can usually only let your first home for a total of 2 years during the time you own it, no matter how many tenants you have. To do this, you need to check if your mortgage agreement allow it. Tell the local council. The 2 year limit reset if you sell the home to someone else. Letting for longer than 2 years. You may be able to let your out first home for a longer than 2 years if the location of the job changes, marriage or long-term relationship end, you are moving to get away from situation that involves domestic abuse, you have been made redundant, you are caring for a relative or friend. You can ask the local council. You may also need to ask your mortgage lender. Letting out room. You can rent out a room to someone for as long as you want if you meet both conditions. You live in the home while they are renting. The home remains the only one you own. Remortgage your first home. You can remortgage your first home, but the remortgage must be based on the value of the home minus the discount you got when you bought it. For example, if you purchase a home 30% discount, the maximum mortgage you could get would be worth 70% of the home. Like you buy the home today, after 5 years you want to remortgage, you can only get the 70% of the value of the property you can get. Some people do additional borrowing. Whatever you want to do, the maximum you can do is 70% of the value if you got the 30% discount. If you got the 50% discount initially, then you maximum you can lend from the lender is 50%. After 5 years, you do remortgage, maximum you can get is 50% of the house. If your circumstances change, you do not need to sell your first home. If you change in circumstances after purchasing, if your circumstances change, you don't need to sell, you own the home. If you fail to make a mortgage payment, your mortgage lender may take action to get their money. For example, they could repossess the home. Leaving a first home as inheritance. You can leave a first home to someone in your will. If they cannot follow the rule for the owning a first home, you must sell the home. Means you cannot inherit your home to the your child if your child already got the home. In that condition, you have to sell. If your child is first time buyer, then you can give your home to your child. Stamp duty, land tax. The amount of stamp duty tax you pay for first home is based on how much you have paid for the home after the discount was applied. If you have any question, you can write down in comment box. I will try to respond all comments.